All right, hello and welcome to Svensk Finland's bästa Magic the Gathering podcast video again. Today we're playing a daily sealed. I've been playing two of these. Went 2-2 in one, went 3-1 in the other, and managed to get quite good value out of both of them. So I thought, all right, let's see what happens if I make a video. And what happens is that let's see first, sort by rarity and see if we get any. Once we get Temporal Trespass, which is junk. Then we get Death Mist Raptor, which is actually let me check, but I think it pays for lots of the thing itself already. Raptor. It's clocking in on $20, so that's about 20 ticks, which is yeah, that's pretty darn nice. If we just go 2-2 or something, then we're doing pretty darn good. And follow up with a Thunderbreak Regen, which means we got our stuff back already. We have quite interesting rares here actually. Just off the bat, uh, three black-red rares makes me feel like it's pretty easy to hop into black-red. But let's take a look at the colors that we have sorted by color. But that's a nice start. Seems like just looking at the depth and the amount of cards, we are doing pretty good with the John colors here. But let's start, for example, with the blacks now to see what we got here. Alright, so it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. I can play all that. I can play this. So there's what we get from those, and we have pyrotechnics. Okay, we're playing red for sure. What's that guy do? I suppose I'll take him as well. Berserker's not bad. Red seems very good here. I thought that was the Dragon Whisperer, but what's the other thing? Yeah, we have a really good red here. So whatever we're playing, we're probably pairing with red. Let's take a look at the green then. What's this thing? I don't know about that, but let's see. Green doesn't look to be so open. I suppose there's some things, but doesn't look like it. We have, as far as fixing goes, we have an Evolving Wilds and a black, red, and blue red tap land. I'll look at the rest of that later, but it doesn't look like anything too cool over there. So black, red is currently looking like an okay place to be. But we have double Augitized Summons. Lotus Bastions, that's pretty good. Sorcerer, Cloud Form, blue's alright. Alright. I mean, I could possibly play all of those. What about this then? I mean, I probably won't do this. Yeah, that looks like the best card there is basically Kirin, which is really good. But alright, well, let's see what we have here now. I'm mainly inclined to just go black, red. If I just start out with putting those together. I mean, blue, red is another real possibility. Don't see anything in the other colors that I feel like is, super splash worthy. But let me move blue back for a while and see where we're at with. Just so we have 20. Just taking the best cards here. Oh, excuse me. I might actually play the Magmatic Chasm because it make us get through. But let's take a look here now. So I have 21 cards just with picking the best playables in red, black, and I suppose here you could make a case for the huge stone. We have a couple of low drops here, so the huge stone retainers is not impossible. But let's first take a look at what we have, and then you could also make a case for playing Ancestor Statue, although I don't have so much synergy with enchantments or something right now. Okay, So, what do we have here? I mean, these are and these are kind of like the auto includes that are just listed here. And already with this, even including some not great cards like Skirmisher and Brawler, um, this is a pretty good start. Um, we let's see. Removal wise, we have Dragon Fodder, Dows and Gloom, Foul Tongue Invocation. That's pretty neat. Double Summit Brawler, Pyrotechnics, of course, being fantastic. One trick. I'm not, just sort of. It would have been nice to be able to play this. Wonder if. Let me take a look at this guy. I mean, playing him just as a morph, is he good enough just to do that? And just splash for this guy? I don't think so. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, you may return. I don't have that many morphs in this. So what I could do here is I could main deck Magmatic Chasm. And the idea there would be, like, using it as a falter effect. Creatures without flying can't block this turn, so get a bunch of creatures how to get their life totals down. And get them. Is this an 18 land deck though? Doesn't really look like an 18 land deck. It looks like a 17 land deck for sure. So I could put in something like Alicia's Vanguard, Hooded Assassin. Hooded Assassin could have some synergy with Dragon Fodder, Typhoid Rats. No, not Typhoid Rats, really, that doesn't work, but Shambling Goblin, that kind of shenanigans. That's probably the best. Or then I could feel like if I want to have another 2-drop just to block, and the servant would come in, it would in some very few circumstances, it would lead to me playing a turn 3 Thunderbreak Regent. But I think or like I said, we could just throw in not Custodian, but the huge stone retainers. We have two 1-drops, two 2-drops that we want to test on turn 2. Meh. I don't know. I could give them a try. Dragonloft Idol is not worth playing in this pile, I don't think. We don't. There's no point in like putting in green just for the green contest. So that's the black, and the black gives us, Silumgar Assassin, Urkud Cobra, Strike Leader, Dows, and a few 1-drops. We could just quickly have a look at what blue would give us. So if we sort of take out the black for a while, let's put it over here so we have all the black cards we want to play in one neat pile. And let's take a look at what the red-blue deck would look like. I mean, there's some good cards here, don't get me wrong. They're just not necessarily as good as the others. I think I'd play a negate over the Augitized Breath. What would this look like then? So we're losing, Typhoid Rats, some stuff like that. We're gaining Devil Summons, Lotus Bastion, Cloud Form, Sorcerer, and, decent cards. But I think I feel like the power level is better in the black cards, and none of these are powerful enough to warrant a splash. Really, we do have an Evolving Wilds and Swiftwater Cliffs, so you could think of, splashing one card that has single blue, but I don't really consider Lotus Pact, Lotus a really solid card. I don't consider that good enough to just splash for. And yeah, yeah, never mind that card. Oh, and now the auto sort had messed up this thing. Well, that's nice. Let's try to get these back in. I'm putting Hooded Assassin in now for the time being. No, self-inflicted wound is not part of our game plan. Shambling Goblins, Typhoid Rats, Kolgan Skirmisher. Here's 22. I've never actually played with this Magmatic Chasm, but we could throw it in. I mean, it's I could side it out against someone with like all the updraft elementals or different kinds of blocking flyers, but it's seems like it works pretty well here in our game plan. Getting in, building up some board presence in combination with a sprinting war brute and a couple of summit prowlers. It should be pretty good. And I definitely want to run 17 lands in this deck. Yeah. Let's put that in and see where we're at. And let's take a look at this is something, against green or white, we side in self-inflicted wounds, obviously. But I don't want to main that. It's not like that blue enchantment where you can main it and just discard it versus various looting effects. So let's group the creatures separately. Pyrotechnics is probably usually cast later on in the game. Dows as well. We'll put that here. We'll put that in the same one. We'll put all these in that pile. We'll put Draconic Roar 1 earlier. This is actually many times played on turn 2. We'll put that there. Brawler. Brawler is kind of... Brawler and Skirmisher both kind of vary between 2 and 3 drop. The Venom can be there, and we'll probably use it when I cast the Chasm around here. And that's it. Let's take a look at the sort of modified curve. And now I messed up. This goes there. Combine groups. Okay. So you could make a point for wanting to have another early drop that could block their morphs and stuff. But no, actually no. I mean, we have 4 early plays, so even though this might look a little thin, 1 and 2 drops can kind of be considered as a lump early play there. And because we have 2 black 1 drops, although the only double color cards is double red cards, then the fact that we have the early drops are black, then we want to have a kind of even split 9-8. And here's the interesting thing: is it 9-8 favoring swamps or 9-8 favoring red? And I'm leaning towards 9 swamps. And the reason is that, well, that would say that it's more important for us to hit our early drops, and we can manage if we can't play our Summit Prowler on turn 4. And I think that's right. Let's see what Magic Online is probably going to disagree and say 9 mountains or even 10. Yeah. We could do, of course, what we'll do is we'll do 8. No, 7, 8. I think. And then we have the Bloodfell Caves. And then Woven Wilds. Now, of course, both of those cards make it so that we can't play our 1-trips on turn 1. But they should make it a little bit better. So this in effect means that we have 9 mountains and 10 swamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10 black sources, 9 red sources, and this should be fine. Although, you know, I really, obviously, really want to. Maybe I should put in the 9th mountain after all, because you really want to be casting my Thunderbird Regent or Prowlers on turn 4. Think. Yep. Let's switch 1 swamp for a mountain. There we go. Okay, so excuse me, had to cough there for a while. Sorry about that. Now, Duress could have a place here, depending against on what kind of decks we're playing against. We might actually side in Duress, and then in that case, Magmatic Chasm's coming out. Self-inflicted wound can come in instead of something else. We'll see. Probably also Magmatic Chasm. Depends. Although green-white does have a lot of ground defenders, so we'll see what we do with that. But this is the deck. I think I went with the kind of obvious build here. I didn't want to experiment too much with mixing things up. I think that the best, the strongest colors were black, red, and you know, that's a really strong color combination overall in this format. And we got good removal. We got strong creatures. We should have a deck that's fairly reliable. Of course, you can never be too sure with how the mana is going to work out. Worst case scenario, we take out Magmatic Chasm and put in an 18th land after sideboard, but this looks pretty good. Yeah. Alright. Let's submit the deck and see how it goes. I'll see you in round 1.